Venerable Fenway Park in Boston on this magnificent summer evening.
We were all just drained with the pregame ceremonies of all of the greatest players being on our field at Fenway and being introduced, and then to have them bring Ted Williams out and have these old and current players assemble around Ted to pay homage to him. You knew it broke up everybody, and it transcended the ballpark. I mean, it went right out through the television screens to homes, and I had letters from all across the world from military people saying what a phenomenal. It was almost like they were telling me, you don't even have to play the game. You shouldn't have had to play the game. But then Pedro comes out and does what he does in the first 2 innings of striking out some of the greatest hitters in the game and becoming the most valuable player in the game. It was overwhelming with emotion. And later that night, Ted Williams had sat in our box for the latter part of the game. He made his rounds to pay his respects to many people, and then he came in and watched the last 3 or 4 innings with us, and he asked me if I could get Pedro to come up and visit with him after the game, and Pedro had just concluded receiving his most valuable player award for the game.
Congratulations, my friend. God love you.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
Oh, Dad, again.
You are a hell of a pitcher.
Thank you, senor. Thank
I
you.
love the way you pitch.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. I'm not kidding you. You know, you got to see a guy, and I've seen you on television a lot and everything, and you're impressive on television too, but when I saw you tonight, boy, I said, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
When you throw your fastball, do you hold cross seams or with the seams?
That's cross seam. 80% of the time. 90% of the time is cross seam.
Do you? Well, then you're really spotting your fastball more than anything else.
Yes, I am. I'm really on top of that.
And every time you struck a guy out, I called it tonight with 2 strikes. You threw a lot of sliders or whatever the hell it is you're throwing. Is that a slider you're throwing?
It's a curveball. I'm just a 3/4 guy.
Yeah.
And my angle is a 3/4, so it breaks away. It's kind of like a slur a little bit, but it's a lot quicker. It's like 82, 83 miles an hour.
No, you're a hell of a looking pitcher.
Thank you very much.
I love the way you hump up. Boy.
Yes, sign this for you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I thought you.
Oh my God, this is a
That's
great
a keeper,
gift.
isn't it?
Oh my God.
Huh?
Yeah.
How can I say thanks? I mean, it's the greatest gift.
You bring that back.
Let me take one of you, just you and Pedro.
All right, Pedro and I.
All right.
2 great guys, huh?
Yes. Oh my God, this is a great honor. Thanks.
Yeah. How many different angles do you throw your sliders from?
It's pretty much probably 2. On right-handed side, I drop a little bit more. To lefties, I want to make sure it goes down a little bit, so I get on top a little bit more.
You got to stay up high on it to make it effective. Because the biggest thing about it is you want a ground ball. You don't want it in the air.
Exactly.
You know?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's right. How fast were you throwing tonight? You must know what, 97, 96?
I was in 98.
98. Boy.
Did you see what his teammates did to him last week? Taping him to the dugout post.
No, what'd they do?
On an off day, he was up on the dugout steps, and he was really mimicking the Chicago manager, giving signals and everything, you know. So about the 7th or 8th inning, Nomar and Portugal and a couple of guys get the trainer's tape, and the next thing you know, poor Pedro is taped to the post in the dugout that you used to lean against.
And the good thing is, the game is over, and they left me there.
They all run out in the field and congratulate each other, and they leave him in the dugout.
Yeah, I'm glad Saberhagen was there. He's probably my closest friend there.
Isn't he a great guy? Yeah.
From the pitchers, though, you know, the pitchers, we all stayed together.
Yeah.
So Saberhagen went on.
Well, you can learn from Saberhagen. He'd probably be.
That's my example every time I go out there.
And he could, even at his age and his experience and everything, might see something in you someday and say, God damn, I like that, you know.
Yeah.
You might help him. But
yeah, we both try to work together, and I watch his videos to correct myself, and he watches some of my videos to correct himself. Because he's a really big man, but he gets really low on that mountain because he uses his legs really good. So I stayed on top of his videos all the time.
That's good. What did your dad do?
He doesn't work anymore. He used to be a supervisor.
you're looking for early retirement too, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
My dad used to be a pitcher.
Did he?
Yeah, he never made it to Pro Bowl because Grandma didn't believe in that. But he got to play with Felipe, Alou, and
Oh,
Manny
yes.
Mota.
Yes, Manny Mota.
All three Alou brothers. He got
Yeah.
to play with them in amateur ball over there.
Is
in the
that
middle.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all said he had a great arm, but my grandma didn't believe in that, so sent him to the farm to work. She did that.
I can't understand how anybody that ever saw this guy throw the ball would just be amazed of how beautiful it is to watch. Honest to God, I think you're a beautiful pitcher to watch.
Well, thanks a lot.
To see Pedro holding his most valuable player award in this hand, and Ted presenting him the program in the other, and Pedro being choked up saying, this is more important, more valuable to me, Ted's tribute to him, than the MVP trophy. It was just a very emotional scene between the best hitter in the game ever and the best pitcher in the game currently.